Good morning, everybody. My name's David Maxwell. I'm the Managing Director of Riverview Projects. Welcome to what is a very important milestone for the Ginninderry joint venture to celebrate the start of the civil construction for stage 1 of this project. I would like to commence by first inviting Aunty Violet Sheridan forward to deliver a welcome to country.
Thank you so much, David. If I'd known all you were, I'd have wore lipstick. Got the hair done. It's a pleasure to be here this morning to perform a welcome to country. Bit sad for me because this is our country, the Ngunnawal country, the land, and it's going to be ripped up and a lot of houses been put here. But one thing I can say is consultation has been in place for a long time. And hopefully that the people that buy the house out here looks after this part of the country, and they're knowing how lucky they are to live here in the Ngunnawal countries, because it's such a beautiful site, this side out here. So I'd like to pay my respect to my elders, past, present and future, and extend that respect to Chief Minister Yvette Berry, David Maxwell, Romilly, Madew, members of the Suburban Land Agency, and ladies and gentlemen, in keeping the general spirit of friendship and reconciliation, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all here this morning on behalf of my people, the traditional owners of the land you are standing on, which is about to be built on, and have so many people live here, and I'm really happy to see the kids. So hopefully the kids enjoy the birds and whatever else is out here. So I wish you all the success, and I wish those people that live in it, and I hope they look after it and enjoy it, because they're in the most beautiful part of the country, and it's called Canberra, but it's also on the Ngunnawal country. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aunty Violet. I'd also like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we are meeting here today, the Ngunnawal people, and pay my respects to their elders past and present. Welcome to two very special guests, Minister for Housing and Suburban Development, Yvette Berry, and Green Building Council of Australia CEO, Romilly Madew. You'll hear from them both shortly, and they will formally turn the first sod here. As you can see, we've started over there. I'd also like to extend a warm welcome to John Dietz, CEO of the Suburban Land Agency, as our partners on this project, Mike Scott, Chairman of Ginninderry Joint Venture, and Brian Corkill, Chairman of the Riverview Developments. Thank you for joining us today to celebrate the start of this project's civil works. We look forward to welcoming our first residents in late 2019. The wonderful thing for me is of those first residents, 40% of them are first home buyers. I'd like to acknowledge the ongoing efforts of each and every member of our project team and support from our partners and industry bodies, without which we wouldn't be here today. Our vision for the project is to create a sustainable community of international significance in the capital region, a community that provides diverse, affordable and inclusive places to live, work and play through the provision of training and employment, sustainability, building and design, conservation and community initiatives. Our project team's diverse and specialised skill set, backed by a remarkable commitment to achieving the project vision, will continue to ensure this vision becomes a reality. Today's celebration marks not just the beginning, but the continuation of a journey that started in 2006, and one that I am so grateful to be part of. In 2016, the Green Building Council of Australia awarded the Ginninderry project a 6-star Green Star Community rating, an internationally recognised accreditation for this project. And so it's with great pleasure that I hand over to Green Building Council of Australia's CEO, Romilly Madew, who we are so privileged to have here today to celebrate the next steps towards delivering a sustainable, innovative urban development. Thank you.
I too would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we're gathered and pay my respects to their elders, both past, present and future. And I think your comments were very apt about this is an incredibly special place, and so it needs to be treated with care. I just want to tell a quick story about David Maxwell. You probably gathered the Madew name is a Queanbeyan name, and so the Madews and the Maxwells have known each other for a very long time. But when I just took over the role at the Green Building Council, so I used to be the head of the Property Council here a number of years ago. David said to me, "Can we meet and have coffee at the Republic Cafe?" I don't know if it's still called that, but the Republic Cafe. And David said, "I have this vision, Romilly." So you've got to remember, I had just started at the Green Building Council. We were only just doing, at that stage, rating just an individual building. So just put it in the context of where we are today. So David said, "I have this vision, Romilly. I have this vision. We're going to do this fantastic development where we are now here at Ginninderry, and I want you to do a certification for it." And I'm looking at him going, "Yeah, how?" Right, okay. And, we're really in the mindset at that stage at the Green Building Council of literally just rating office buildings, shopping centres and industrial buildings, basically buildings. And so that at the time took us on a journey because Vic Urban in Victoria, which was their land development agency, had a similar vision to David and come forward a number of years, and we created the Green Star Communities tool. And that really looks at the environmental responsibility, economic productivity, livability, governance and design and innovation of precincts and communities. Australia is now leading globally in the number we are working with. So we're working with over 80 projects around Australia, and of those 37 have been certified, including here Ginninderry being certified. What is so special about Ginninderry, it is the first project in the ACT to be certified Green Star Communities, and it's 6-star, which is the highest you can get, which is international leadership. And so if you put that in context of Australia versus the US and the UK, which is our competitive markets that we base our rating tools off, we far surpass the number of projects we have certified. But what has happened here is incredibly special. Sustainability is embedded to everything they think and do here. It really is. I've been involved in a number of meetings. I've been to their offices, so much so that Jess Stewart, who works with Ginninderry, is actually now on secondment to the Green Building Council because I can't explain to you or underestimate the amount of thought that they have put in to what they're doing here. It is literally it's just in their DNA. It is in how they think, and that's why their engagement with you as a community is typical of what they do here. So when you think of this space, thinking about 10 years' time and the thought that they've put into it, the water-sensitive urban design, the walkability, the livability, the fact that people will be able to cycle around here easily, the green space, you can hear the birds now, they will stay. The trees, that the aim of I think it's 87% of trees they're trying to keep on site and then add more. The conservation elements, the thought that they're putting into the design of the homes to make sure that they're not just only affordable to buy, but they're also affordable to run when it comes to energy and water. So a lot of thought have been put into this fantastic development, and I want to congratulate David and the team and the board for really showing the way and using ACT as a leader to show the rest of Australia what can be done in this fantastic development here. So congratulations.
Good morning, everyone, and I want to begin today as well by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land and particularly the significance of this land that we are meeting on today. And thank you, Aunty Vi, for your warm welcome. I think it's an important milestone to reflect on today where this project has come from, and so it was good to hear from David about where this started. But what comes to my mind is the conversations that have been held over these many, many years now, which has shown a real engagement with the local community in particular, but also with a real focus on the kind of community that the joint venture between Ginninderry and the ACT government wants to see out here. It is world class. It will be an example to the rest of the country and to the world about what sustainable living will actually look like. So rather than just having bricks and mortar. And I know this is something that Emma, you talk about all the time. It's not just bricks and mortar. We're building a community for people, a community where people will be coming together, will be living in this amazing area, will be able to be involved in everything about this area to make sure that it's protected environmentally and culturally as well, because it is a very culturally significant place for the Ngunnawal people. So that's important as this development goes along. So today, the milestone, over 10 years on, a $30 million contract with Huon Constructions, which is fantastic to see things starting out here. I was just saying to David, I drove out here just a week ago and none of that had happened, and already work's starting. So it's really exciting to see the project finally underway, and then people having some hope that they'll be able to live out here, raise their families and be part of this amazing community. Importantly, of course, it'll be over 250 local jobs for local people. That's always been important to me in my conversations with David, to make sure that we don't leave the local community behind as we build this new community and connect them up with each other. I just wanted to thank everybody, new and old, who's been involved in this project. John Dietz has come along at the right time as CEO of the Suburban Land Agency. David, of course, members of the Corkill family who are here today. It's great to have you here as well. Aunty Violet, of course, and Romilly. It's great to have you involved as well in this project. It's more than a project now, right? It's a new community, so that's exciting as well. So now I am not going to climb into the machine, but I am now proud to say that our joint venture partnership with Ginninderry and the ACT government, I'm very proud of that partnership, and I am now going to declare this milestone and of this new community declared started.
Well done. Congratulations. Thank you.
That's right.